What a season. The 2024 Carolina Panthers were certainly a team for the ages, full of high highs and low lows.
And Young is throwing on first down.
Today, we'll be recounting it all, from the red rifle to Diva Deontay, and of course, brilliant, beautiful Bryce, among many, many other things. So let's get into it. The vibes at the start of this year were very much so, well, surely it can't be as bad as last year. In case you somehow didn't hear about it, the 2023 Carolina Panthers were undoubtedly one of the worst NFL teams of all time. I mean, tickets were as low as 45 fucking cents. It was bad. After such a disastrous season,
it's the biggest piece of dog shit.
It only made sense for a clean house. Frank Reich was long gone, but anyone associated had to go too. Good riddance, Scott Fitterer. And in came two newbies, freshmen to David Tepper's fantastical football torture device, head coach Dave Canales and GM Dan Morgan.
We need some dogs.
Their main goal in the offseason was to put Bryce Young in a position to succeed. And to do that, we had to bolster the offensive line and find some receivers that weren't geriatric. Sorry, Adam Thielen. We paid some big money for some big boys. Guards Robert Hunt and Damian Lewis. We drafted receiver Xavier Cowboy Hat Leggett.
I've been dragging it all over social media, man. I just tell folk, man, they really just ain't never heard nobody talk for money.
And traded for receiver Deontay Johnson from the Steelers to become our new number one. Heading into training camp, the vibes were honestly pretty good. Sure, there were some major questions about Bryce, but overall the team was gelling and Dave Canales was preaching a good message.
For work, the thing that you've done every day since you've gotten here, applying yourself, that doesn't change. Continue to stay on this progression of growing.
The first two games were nothing crazy, just your regular, everyday, run-of-the-mill. Holy shit, we suck!
What are you aiming at? On the move. What are you aiming at? The pitch. Jonathan Mingo from his receiver's foul. The Chargers do. Pressure's coming. Herbert's going to the end zone for Johnson. He's got it!
Will Bryce Young go down as the worst number one draft pick ever?
We somehow got off to a worse start this season than last year. This offense has been putrid, and the defense at this rate will allow the most points a defense ever has in NFL history. It was getting bad, really bad, and Dave Canales was forced with his first tough decision as head coach. Keep trying to develop Bryce, risking the rest of the season and the ire of fans and ownership, or bench Bryce, give him a break, and try to save the season with the red rifle. He chose the latter.
In their back, Dalton taking a shot to the end zone.
Hey, 1 and 2 ain't that bad. Plus, Dalton to Deontay seems to be an actual connection. And for the first time in over a year, we aren't the worst team in the NFL. Things are actually looking up. And never mind. It turns out there's a reason Andy Dalton is not a starting quarterback in the year 2024. We've given up over 30 points in our past 3 losses. All of a sudden, that points allowed record is looking more and more possible. You can't blame it entirely on them, though. They're so injured. Only 4 of our original 11 starters are healthy. And if it couldn't get any worse, we're up against the Commanders in Week 7. Surely, though, it can't get any worse.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
News we're following right now. Panthers quarterback Andy Dalton and his family were involved in a crash. So it happened in the westbound lanes on Sardis Road near Providence Road. So Dalton was in the vehicle with his wife, 3 children, and a dog, according to investigators.
Unfortunate as it was, the NFL season waits for no man. And with Andy sidelined, Bryce Young was forced back into the starting position. And as expected, we lost. I really don't think this season could get any worse than it possibly is.
Always great to visit with you, Steph, and stay well until the next time, all right?
Absolutely. Go Panthers.
Good luck with that.
Rebel is inactive today. He would have been one of the starters at tight end for the Panthers with the back problem. Young throws one high.
Jaylen Coker is that guy.
Young to the middle. Pass is caught.
Can you win the game in the first quarter? No. Can you win the game in the second quarter? No. Can you win the game in the third quarter? No. Can you win the game in the fourth quarter? Go to Germany and get a win again. Family on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Ball in the air. Picked off. Whips it out.
What just happened? This is beyond excellent. This is incredible. And compared to last year, these wins feel different. In the 2 games we won last year, it felt like the team was just put in positions to win games. In one of them, it was the defense that did it against the Texans. The other one, Desmond Ridder just forgot how to play football. This year, it's been different. It almost feels like Bryce is the one putting us in these positions to win. All of a sudden, this season has an entirely different meaning. Instead of trying to make the playoffs, win a Super Bowl, or anything unrealistic like that, one goal was beginning to emerge in the minds of Panthers fans. Can we rectify the ultimate mistake? Can we save Bryce Young?
Take the handoff. Young. Flag is down. Young lets it fly. It's caught. Drops it in the bucket. Lee Gatt. Will. Young on 4th down. Open. No.
It didn't matter we lost. The final score did not reflect the significance of this game. Bryce Young played the best game of his career against the best team in the league, and everyone saw it. In fact, over the next 3 weeks, Carolina would play against 3 top-tier teams in the Chiefs, Eagles, and Bucks. Despite losing all of them, Bryce Young would play the best game of his career every time. Still, it wasn't all peaches and cream. The Cowboys reminded us just how bad things can get. Then, we played the Cardinals at home and had the chance. What the fuck? That's right! That's my quarterback! That is a franchise quarterback throw, baby! That's right! Oh yeah, that shit feels good! Time to fucking go home, Arizona! Then the Bucks punched us in the mouth again. And just like that, it's the last week of the season. Ups and downs, highs and lows. We've got another chance to ruin another team's year. The Atlanta Falcons are playing for a playoff spot. And of course, we want to ruin their shitty-ass season. But for Bryce, he is, in all honesty, playing for his future. He's kept the team in quite a few games. But now it's time for him to put the team on his back and win the game himself. After all, that's what franchise quarterbacks do.
Those in his career can today be the second one.
3rd and 3. Lawson. Snap by Thielen. Young faked the handoff. Step. Young trying to run. He will for the score. Deep drop. Young. Separation. Catch made. Sanders. Touchdown. Carolina. Remember the days.
Will Bryce Young go down as the worst number 1 draft pick ever?
And shut your bitch ass up.
Look at him just stand in there with the rush. Not bouncing out of there. None of the happy feet, the extra steps to make him...
Get the snap off. Young. Over the middle. Catch made by Coker. Jab. Out of the pocket. Young. Oh, he pushed it.
To grow and elevate his play in Carolina. And he knew it before the ball even got there.
Put everything on the line every time I can because you guys do the same thing. We do it for each other. Everybody played so hard the whole time. There's no quit in this team. So I love you all. I really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Appreciate you guys.
Finally, there's one more thing I'd like to touch on before I go. Of all the weird things to happen this season, and trust me, there were a lot, one of the weirdest was the emergence of undrafted rookie wide receiver Jaylen Coker. I didn't mention him in this video much, but trust me when I say that we wouldn't have won some of these games without big-time catches from him. Jaylen Coker went undrafted in one of the best receiver draft classes of all time. Despite this, he was 6th among rookies in yards per route ran, a very important stat, and also had the 2nd highest winning percentage against man coverage. Coker's best strength is his catch radius. He doesn't have to be fully separated to get up and grab a ball. He is an excellent tracker and takes great advantage of his size doing so. I'm not saying this man is the next Randy Moss or anything, but what I am saying is a consistent theme among successful organizations is to find players who were overlooked and underrated and maximize their potential. There is no Jaylen Coker under Dave Gettleman, Matt Rule, or Scott Fitterer. His emergence and the coaching staff's ability to help him this year cannot be understated, and I believe the future of his career will parallel the Panthers' success as an organization in the coming decade.
So the craziest part is my idol is actually this guy right here. Everything I do.
Oh, undrafted guy. Oh, man. Who's the one undrafted guy still playing?
I'm trying to take your spot.
Yeah, exactly. You can only have one undrafted guy on the field at one time. That's why we just switched out.